Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for May 26th. May 26th is the 146th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 147th in leap years, with 219 days remaining to the end of the year. May 26th is National Paper Airplane Day. This is an unofficial observance in the United States, according to Wikipedia, to commemorate this simple aeronautical toy. Observers might organize social gatherings where participants can create and fly paper airplanes, possibly including contests in which there might be categories for distance and time in air. The latest results I could find were from 2012, so hopefully that only means no one has broken those records since then. I hope someone's still observing Paper Airplane Day. Let me know in the comments if you've ever heard of this before or if you've ever participated in a Paper Airplane Day event. Meanwhile, go make yourself a paper airplane and give it a spin. Now, sometimes in the process of researching for these episodes, I come across words I've never seen before, and we have such a word today. Now we better check the pronunciation.
Agnomen.
Agnomen. Agnomen. Okay. Today's word is agnomen. Agnomen. Agnomen is a noun that means, well, Merriam-Webster calls it an additional cognomen given to a person by the ancient Romans as in honor of some achievement. So now we have an obscure word defined by another obscure word. But a cognomen would either be one's surname or a distinguishing nickname or epithet. By the way, a surname refers to what in my culture is called one's last name, like Bowers is my last name or surname. So in the case of the ancient Romans, if some notable individual had the name he was given at birth, but perhaps had done some notable thing and the culture wanted him to be specifically remembered for that notable thing, he might be issued an agnomen. We'll hear more about this in a minute. Anyway, agnomen, and that's obviously from Latin, first known use is in 1654, agnomen. And with that, on May 26th in the year 17, Germanicus celebrated a triumph in Rome for his victories over several German tribes west of the Elbe River, one of the major rivers of Central Europe. The agnomen Germanicus had been added to his full name in 9 BC, when Germanicus would have been about 6 years old, when it was posthumously awarded to his late father in honor of his victories in Germania. By the way, if you're a student of ancient Roman history, you probably already know this, but this particular Germanicus was the father of the incredibly awful Emperor Caligula, but that's another story. Montana was organized as a United States territory on May 26, 1864. This is the birthday of American singer, songwriter, drummer, and producer Levon Helm, born May 25, 1940. He grew up in a little hamlet of Turkey Scratch, Arkansas, raised by hard-working people who also loved music. He was one of the 3 lead singers for the band. You can hear his creative drumming style and his voice on such songs as The Wait, Up on Cripple Creek, and The Night They Drove Old Dixie Down. He also did some acting, appearing as Loretta Lynn's father in the movie Coal Miner's Daughter, and as Chuck Yeager's friend and colleague, Captain Jack Ridley in The Right Stuff, and other parts as well. Well known and much loved by his friends and fans, Mr. Helm passed away at the age of 71 in 2012. Levon Helm. Before we get on to the song of the day, let me just say that I'll include a link to a previous episode for May 26, where I mention a few other things that happened on this day throughout history, and mention a few other people who were born on this day throughout history in case you'd like to see those mentions. Today's song is Stranger on the Shore by Mr. Acker Bilk. It's a clarinet instrumental that Mr. Bilk wrote for his young daughter and was originally named Jenny after her. It's a lovely piece released in October of 1961. Considered an easy listening or jazz piece, Stranger on the Shore became the first British recording to reach #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, followed soon after by another instrumental called Telstar, but that's a story for another day. That said, British singer Vera Lynn's song Auf Wiedersehen, Sweetheart did reach #1 in the US in 1952, but that was a different list with a different selection criteria. Maybe we can look that one up sometime and talk about it then. But today's song is Stranger on the Shore by Mr. Ackerbilk, which hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 on May 26, 1962. Link in the description. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoyed this series, you can check out the playlist that contains these videos. I'll put a link to that in the description. That description lives on YouTube, so for other platforms, I'll include a link to my blog page that's called No Really. You can also find me on Rumble, BitChute, and Getter. All those links in the description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Do not disturb.
Okay, I turned Do Not Disturb on.
Good job. Third time better be a charm. There's no "the" there. One more time. Attracting. Just read the whole thing over. Are you making some sound? Get on out of here. And we're gonna edit that out. Don't alienate people who can be helpful to you. Flinging happiness all over the place. Alrighty. Back to work. I think we got it this time.